Hey, welcome back, man.
Hey,
Ign'ant
man.
Sports, episode
Yes,
26.
yes. These weeks do not feel like weeks, but
Woo, I know,
it's
man. Feels like
okay.
4 days, honestly, between episodes.
Yeah. But yeah, 26 and great people as in Kyle Cover wore that number and another favorite who was definitely less shine, but Shannon Brown, Mr. UPS Brown,
I have no idea
when
who
he was
this.
on our team. You might have seen it. You might have seen the clip or two. Like
Maybe.
he was like the for sure '09 to 2010 era. I want to say for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe even a little before then. So yeah, he's down there.
Might have been in my, the years that I've missed, because, we've mentioned a couple times, the last few years have been a little, wishy-washy for me.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's not too late 2010s for sure.
Oh,
Like,
you
like
said
nothing
2010s,
like
okay.
yeah, nothing like past. Like I give him latest 14, but I don't think like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I got shipped him off.
hmm So
But
these
yeah,
playoffs,
so
man. Well, like we were talking before, man. We'll cover. I know the draft has already started, so by the time people are watching this, like, man, draft is going on. What's going on with that? But we'll cover that all next week once it's all said and done, and we can get our bearings right with it all.
yeah, definitely that. We're excited to be talking about that NFL news when the
hmm
time is right.
So, yeah, we just got these games we had from last week. We each had 3-3, and then these playoffs, man, have been crazy. I mean, there's only been, just to touch on it real quick overall, there was only one sweep, and not to
Yep.
even touch on that, but because obviously of great reasons. But a
All
lot of
right.
these games, they're going six, they're going to four, they're going to
Five
five,
at
they're going
least.
to
Five, yeah,
I don't
five
want to
or
say
six.
seven because there hasn't been a seven yet, but
Yeah.
they looked like the ones that went to six looked like they could have gone to seven.
Oh
So
yeah,
what?
definitely.
Except for I guess the Philly did kind of destroy Toronto tonight, so I take that one back. But the Dallas
Yeah.
and Utah easily could have gone to seven. Phoenix, New Orleans easily could have gone to seven. Who
Yep.
knows with Memphis, Minnesota?
I feel like that might go seven.
Right? Who knows?
It just might.
It was only, you know, I don't know who, man. Some people on this I was gonna say podcast. Some people on this show might have been making fun of the East, but I'm looking at the West here, man. They can't really close up their series. I mean, Golden State's clicking at the right time, but aside from them, everyone's taking their sweet time with these wins.
Well, Dallas, you gotta give him some slack. Luca was out,
Well, that's what I'm
and
saying. Why didn't Utah just win in four?
you
Or I
would
mean,
have
why
thought.
didn't they should have won 4-1? Not in four. I meant I guess in five.
Yeah, you would have thought. But thankfully, people at Dallas they stepped up,
Mm.
um, and then Phoenix. I mean, I felt like that
Booker had a
was
hamstring or whatever.
yeah. I mean, in that one, yeah. Even with that probably would have went
Even
four
with
one.
him being
Had
out,
he,
bro, they shouldn't have that shouldn't have gone six.
I I still give it six because Brandon Ingram shown to be consistent enough to help them get those two wins at least. But had he been doing like 15, 20 points, they'd be like, yeah, you shouldn't go on to six.
I didn't watch. I watched tonight, so I didn't watch the whole series. I watched the first game of the series, and then once I saw kind of how it was gonna go, I was like, oh, okay, I think that Phoenix will probably clean this up. And I watched tonight because I was like, oh, who knows? It's getting elimination games are always more interesting than
Oh yeah,
game
definitely.
2 or 3. So they just looked pretty outmatched regardless. But I guess New Orleans is one of those teams that can pop off for a game or two.
Yeah. Against certain teams, I feel like that
Right.
is definitely
Miami made quick work of Atlanta.
yep, as expected.
That's actually a great place to lead in if you wanted to start with that game.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it was not the case. That was the one game. That was the one. Damn, bro, they got you on that. Because that was yours. So what was that? Oh no, that was me. That was
No,
me.
no,
That was mine. That was me.
yeah,
They got me
yeah,
on
because I,
that. Because
yeah, because I was like, huh? Wait a minute.
that's so funny, right? I think 'cause I'm thinking of last week. I think you took them the episode 20.
Five or
No, no,
four.
no, 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're talking about 25 right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Once I saw this, I was like, this is how we're gonna start, right? This is how we're gonna start. So Miami, the one game that they were, it was only a point favorite, but seemed reasonable, and they lose by a point, so wrong direction. I had over 221.5, And how about that, man? How about that at the Young 221 even? And then at Miami to win. So that was great to start off with a triple Xer after last week's. He gained like 8 games on the whole thing. I was up by like 12, and then he got to like 4. So like, this is how it's gonna go. Perfect.
All right.
I didn't really watch this game at all. I was super busy on Friday. So let me. It's like how and why.
All right.
Where's your man hero? He did his part.
Yeah, 24. Yep, 24.
Man, where's Butler at coming
Uh,
back with these 20
20.
points?
20.
Half a point a
Yeah.
minute? That's not enough points, bro.
I
Like, he needs
mean, just
at least one a minute.
almost right, right, exactly. I mean, they kept Trey Young in check, 24. Just so that's why I
True. Yeah.
made
I
it
mean, it was only a point. It was this was. I mean, you were talking about your close ones. I think off the air, like this when you were talking about that, I was like, I think I had a close one or two here and there, and this is definitely the one that was in my brain
yeah, definitely.
because it could have gone either
Um,
way. If Miami just had literally, if Miami scored one more bucket, I get all 3. On one more
yeah,
bucket, I get all 3, bro. How about
yep,
them apples?
exactly.
That'd have been
Man, how
that's
about
crazy. I think
crazy,
that's got to
right?
be the closest swing yet.
It's truly crazy. Yeah, I
Man,
think so for the
they would have
NBA.
won by. Well, I guess that would have been a tie because they lost by 1, and if I have them by -1, that's exactly the. It's not a half. It's -1. So I guess that would have been a tie. But at the very least, that would have been a 5-point swing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear no complaining. Let's move on from this terrible game. Okay, I see. Here's a good game that I had, bro. Milwaukee at Chicago. Milwaukee was a 2.5-point favorite, and I'm like, that's not bad. They got one of if not the best players in the league. So I had Milwaukee. Yeah, they had by 2.5 under the 223 and Milwaukee to win. And lo and behold, Chicago cannot score without their man Lonzo Ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that looked sad by 30 points.
Yep. And Caruso was 0 points for 17 minutes, basically.
That's what you would expect from like a 1-on-8 kind of matchup, but this was a little bit deeper in there. 3 on what 6?
T
Yeah,
wise, yep. 3 and 6, yeah. Yeah. It hurts to see Caruso can make can make some points,
mm-hmm.
but yeah, there just was none to be found, and we all know Giannis is gonna come with like 25 or more at least. So
Right.
it's just
I
like
mean, he didn't, but he's gonna usually.
no, Giannis came with 32.
What game are you looking at?
The 22nd and 24th, but yeah, we talking about 22nd game. So
Yeah,
I'm on the wrong game. Yeah,
where Giannis had 18.
yes, this game he had 18.
I mean, everyone was looking pretty low in this game. Like, there's one of those games where you look at it, I'm not really sure how they got the numbers up so high because no one really did
It,
anything.
man, you're like, dang, they lost really by 30. Like, how's that? But then you look
Yeah.
on to Chicago side, and it's like, well, those are some low tens. Like 11 from DeRozan. Like,
Yeah. He's supposed to be your star, man.
man,
Well, you got your
supposed to be.
Zach Levine at 15 points.
But that's something that should belong to Caruso.
Right.
I said you expect the 19s Nicola, something or more, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you still crazy though to see. Like, I mean, I guess Grayson's 22, is a dice, but
That's an MVP night, apparently, in this game.
yeah, it definitely is. Still crazy to see. Like,
Yep.
you really would look at the box score and like if you just didn't add it, you'd be like, nah, they didn't lose by 30.
Right.
It's
No.
like tell us now, did they lose by 20, 30, 40?
I
It's
bet if
like,
we had to like keep track ourselves, like if they didn't have the score going at all times, like it'd be like, man, this must be a close game. And it's like, no, they're up by
right?
20. It's like, oh damn, okay, it didn't feel like that.
And Devin didn't feel like it.
So I'm gonna move on here to let's go Phoenix at New Orleans. Who was that?
Yeah.
That was you
Yep, that
had
was me.
New Orleans plus 1.5. I think this was one of your close ones. I think a lot of ours were really close, honestly.
Yeah.
So that was a loss, but only by a couple points.
Yeah.
Literally by like what 3 points? 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points.
216 over. You had that. You had that. That was 225, and then you had New Orleans to win, which did not. So
Yeah.
Phoenix. I guess that was just off the Booker call, right? Of him being injured. I kind of forget exactly
Yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah. This was the first or second one for sure. First one for sure, but maybe second that he
Yeah.
sat out. And yeah, we both knew. Like I knew when I chose North, I was like, if Chris Paul they don't step it up, then you guys should lose. And
Right. They
um,
stepped it up, just not on the right game for you.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Chris
definitely.
Paul was like tonight. I think he was. I don't know if he missed a shot tonight. Like literally,
No, he didn't. Yeah, he was
he
14 for
didn't.
14.
Dude,
No,
that's
and I
insane.
think
That's
he,
insane.
yeah, I think they
That's
said
and
he
like
set a
these
record
weren't
for
easy
that.
shots either, bro. Like it, all he needed to do was pull up. Like that's it. Like, and he's not even a tall dude. I feel like so. I don't know
Nope,
how none of his shots were getting
he's
blocked, but he's just so
he's
quick. He
right. It's crazy.
scrambles, and then if he pulls up, it's like game over.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? And that's the way it was. That's what it was in this game. My man's like was taking a lot of tough shots
Hmm.
to earn his 28 points, and yeah, they just couldn't stop him and Aiden.
Did you watch
And
this one?
yeah, when I was
Yeah.
watching like at least the highlights and stuff,
Yep. Yep.
and it just hurt. It was just like if they could have just stopped them at least, because it's like Bridges 17, that kind of hurt, but
Yep.
other than that, oh yeah, and McGee, like they show a couple McGee baskets, and it was just kind of like, yeah, he shouldn't be getting that either. Like, he gets some trash points, but
Right.
garbage points, but it's like not that much. So they were lucky enough to even lose by three for the fact that the way it ended, it was like um somebody either missed free throws. I might be getting another get mixed up, but either way, they was able to run down and shoot another three from Brandon Ingram, and that's why he ended up having 34. He was just like trying to make threes, like just with his way to with his team. But it's just like it's only so much time on the clock, bro. Like you got to play
Right.
defense. So it's just like yeah, they ended up just losing by three, and it's just like if y'all just had one more defensive stop for 3 points or
Hmm.
less, or two more, for three or less, and
Yep.
you guys could have won this. Because it's like CJ came through, CJ hadn't really, I don't think he had become with 30. So it's like Brandon's like, yo, CJ, like play like that CJ from Brothers, please. Like,
Right.
it's like, yeah, it's like there he was, but
Yeah, a lot of close games, man. Like a lot of really crazy matchups. I'm not really sure why that is. This NBA postseason doesn't really seem to be, or the season didn't seem to be crazy like the NFL was with like COVID here, COVID there. So you
mm-hmm.
would think that it would be a little more, you know, uh, t- normal. And I would say normally you don't have this many what shockers. Like I think that there's been a lot of like surprising turn of events. I mean, I guess you can account some of it to injury, but
Yeah, 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 some of it to injury.
NBA's been
Um,
weird, man. Like that. Like, I mean, if you kind of look back at last year, Milwaukee won. It's like the most forgettable championship in the last 2 years because 2 years before that, you had Toronto winning, which is like just such a weird little gap. And
yeah,
it's like Phoenix is a contender now, and it's like I only stopped watching basketball in like 2017, where like Golden State was on top, LeBron James was the best player in the world, Kevin Durant was the best player in the world. It's like,
right,
what happened, man? When
exactly,
did these
right.
rosters change?
It's like people get old, it's time to hand over the torches. Like
Mm-hmm.
these new players on these mediocre teams. Some mediocre teams is like, yo, we got to step up. This is our moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah,
just like
but
those Cleveland fans. They knew they'd be like, whether LeBron comes back and win us that championship or somebody else, but we're gonna get one eventually.
right, right.
I
Well,
believe.
I mean, bro, if LeBron didn't come back, I don't know if Cleveland's ever getting one.
Oh no, of course, yeah. Yeah, it would
I don't know about
truly.
that.
They would truly need a big three. Like one
Right.
star definitely could not do that.
Let's see what else we got. Move on from Friday to Saturday.
Yep.
Looking at
My
Philly at
Philly.
Toronto. Ooh, yeah. See,
Yeah.
Philly was like, Miami got as soon. I was briefly following some games and like they kind of like spilled the beans on scores, and I saw that Miami lost last Friday when we kind of like just did our picks and this and that. I'm like, oh my god! And then I saw that Philly lost, and I was like, ooh, maybe we can like these two kind of felt like they kind of balanced out because Philly favorite, Miami favorite.
Definitely.
So you had Philly by 3. They Okay, did
Lost
not
by
move.
8.
Yeah. Yeah, above 213.5, and this was your, close one. I had one by two
Yep.
points. You had one by 2 points for the over under,
Yep.
and then Philly to the win. So this is
Listen,
honestly identical in a lot of ways to my first pick for that triple Xer.
yeah, and this one such because I was looking at the scoreboard and I was like, what could have changed? I was like, I already knew Tyrese was not gonna have like a 30-point game again. So I was like between James and Joel, like which one is lacking in the points? And it was Joel. Whenever
Yeah,
they, um, since the series is already finished, like two, yeah, both times I think he scored 30 points or more. Like they won. It was only one game where he scored like actual like 11, I think, or 12, some low that they was able to win. But it was just like, yeah, it was just seemed like one of those situations like he needs to score 30 or close to it for them to beat Toronto. And
yeah.
yeah, on this particular night, he decided to not score that, and Pascal decided to look like Pascal, up and coming star. Not up and coming, but like I'm the man. Like
I mean, Harden could have contributed a little more, man. 22. That's not exactly superstar numbers.
it isn't, but
I don't know
but
if
for
Jason
the
Tatum put up under 30 in any of his games so far.
yeah, no, definitely that. I felt like I felt the same way, but I I cut him some slack for the fact that he helps out in the assist part, so he got in the line.
Fine.
So, um, because even for the game, I think that was tonight. Yeah, that he had like 15, I think. So it was like, yeah, 15 assists and 22 points. So it's like, yeah, he's
I mean, well,
still,
that's a superstar game. That's a LeBron
yeah,
James game.
yeah.
Well,
So
3 years ago, LeBron, but
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, definitely could have used more help. But it's like good for Toronto. At the time,
right, yeah.
Pascal coming alive and Gary Trent still being consistent with his like 20. Um, and yeah, you would just look at this and it's just like, bro, it's only and it makes sense. They only lost by 8. It's just like only 4 people are over uh double digits.
Yeah,
And it's like they got 4 too, but it's just like, but look at Pascal's
yeah. I was
30.
like, they got a big one.
They got a big one, so
Yeah,
it makes up for it. So yeah, but that particular day, I was just like, dang, son,
yep.
hurts.
So, but a lot of these series, like we just got the brunt end of like one bad, or like the anomaly game, because they won in 4, they won in 6, so it's not like. And like I said tonight, like Philadelphia like slammed Toronto. It wasn't even close. So they
Yeah.
probably could have won in 5 very easily, if
Yep.
not 4.
Yep.
But that is what it is. That is the postseason. So we'll skip over the we didn't have Dallas Utah because that wasn't on our
Oh, you're
board.
right. It was the yeah.
I'm gonna click on it real quick. Was this the first game that Doncic came back, or
Yep. That's
looks
first time
like
he
it?
came
Yep.
back. Yep.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yep. He had a double double, 30,
Just
10.
curious. That was really it.
Yeah.
Because I was just just I didn't know how long he's gonna be out for, basically, because he got
Yeah.
injured like right
Exactly.
at the last game of the regular season. Was it?
No, no. It was. I want to say no. He got
Last game of
injured.
the regular season.
No, no. It was during the postseason game. It was like in the end or the beginning of a game that they started. It was, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe I'm mixing it. So
um, I'll type it in.
that's, but yeah, just seeing this is kind of hurt because it's like, dang, 1, 2, 3, 4. They start 5, all score double digits, and
Final
only
game regular season on April 10th.
okay. So yeah, we get a mix with somebody else. Okay, so maybe Booker.
Yeah, there was a couple of those, like between Booker and who else? Wasn't there someone on Philly had something? Or now I get 'em mixed up too. You know what I think?
Yeah,
Here's what I think I'm thinking about with Philly is I think I was always waiting for Ben Simmons to come back, and then he just
all
never
right.
did.
He never did.
And even though that's not Philly, it's still like the Philly like ties that I'm kind of thinking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
whole postseason was a little, I don't want to say roller coastery, but it was very uncertain in a lot of ways. So very
yeah,
interesting how it all ended up playing out. Well, so
yeah.
far in the first
Oh
round.
yeah, so yeah, exactly, yeah. So far in the first round.
Right. So
Um,
we had kind of skipping over the Dallas game for the most part.
yeah,
Boston at Brooklyn. Now this
yeah.
was
Congratulations to you.
thank you. What was this, game 3 or
Yep, this
2?
is game
It was
three.
game
This is
3.
three.
All right. So let's see. Let's just run down the numbers real quick before I start shouting the praise to Boston. They were they were a 3.5 point favorite, and I was I'm sorry, underdog. Yeah, 3.5 point underdog, and I was like, all right, I don't mind that. Let me take those points because that seemed like a good amount of points for a team that had just won 2 games. Like especially the second game that they won, they had come down by 17, and like that just felt really strong. So I'm like, all right, that's some big time stuff right there. Like most teams just completely give up when they're down by 17. Then we had 223. I figured like why not, and way under. But then I had Boston to win, which was the only like ballsy aspect of the call. But they actually
Yeah.
destroyed them again. It was a lot like game 2. Did you watch this game or highlights or anything?
Um, I feel like I did a little bit, but yeah, not
Mm-hmm.
not too much.
This was one of the ones, believe it or not, that I watched the whole game. Because I just couldn't believe that Brooklyn like wasn't gonna show up, honestly, like at any real point.
Right?
Like I'm
Yeah,
looking
you
at
just do.
our little squiggly line, like which I think
Yeah,
has been working for the most part. And like they kind of got it close, like in the middle of the game again. Like they were leading in the beginning, but then since once again Boston just came back by 17, I remember exactly this moment. It was 5-9 Brooklyn, and I was like, I'll get my cursor right there. 5-9 Brooklyn. It was 8:24 in the first, and I was like, oh, we're good because the very last game started off 0-9 in Brooklyn's
right.
favor, and I was like the whole game they were getting their butts kicked, and then they finally came through. So I had no worries at all. Brooklyn seems like they're out of steam.
Yeah, it was just yeah, 16 from Durant and Kyrie. Like
Mm-hmm.
this Bruce Brown guy being the 26. Like,
Bro, Bruce. It was honestly like at times like weirdly enough it was the Bruce Brown and Peyton Pritchard show. Like once the starters went out, like these two dudes would be like going off hitting some like big time threes. So it was crazy,
right.
man. You know who was hitting some big time threes was Blake Griffin, man. He must have been working on his shot over these last couple of years
Oh,
because
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
he hit a couple big ones, man.
Yeah, even though he had 8 boys, he so that must have been what two threes.
Um, in this
He
game, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I did.
he formed a three like for sure last year of Clippers, if not maybe like in the last 2 years of
Mm-hmm.
his Clipper days. So
Clippers,
um,
wasn't he in Detroit for a while too?
yep, it was Clippers and then Detroit.
But I'm
So
just
I
saying,
was gonna
like, hasn't
say
he like not been in the Clippers for like a minute though?
yeah, it's at least I feel like 2 years,
Nah,
maybe three.
it's gotta be more than I. Maybe you're right. Was it was this his
Okay,
first
so
year in Brooklyn?
no, this is his going working on the second.
Oh, okay. Then maybe
Yeah,
three, maybe four.
yeah, could would it be the 20?
Oh,
Yeah,
I can just
this is
click his
21,
name. I'm an idiot. I
22.
forgot
Yeah,
how easy this
yeah,
Yahoo site was.
yeah.
So,
Cause yeah, just the 21,
oh yeah.
22 season, right?
Wait.
Yeah,
Also, okay. So he went from L.A. to Detroit, back
yeah.
to
Back,
L.A.
I don't remember him. Yeah, I don't remember him going back to
I don't
LA.
think that's accurate, bro. For 33
But
games, really? That's funny. And then back to
yeah,
Detroit, though? Dude, that's not
yeah.
accurate. That never
That sounds
happened.
it
There's
sounds
no
crazy, right?
way. All right, I'm gonna
I
cut
mean, I
this.
think
I don't know if I'm gonna leave that in or not, but like I don't think that's accurate.
I feel like we had some plays like that before, but yeah, I don't remember. This is how you know I was
No,
for sure
no,
out.
that would have been some news. I mean, that was around the time when I wasn't in the league. Wasn't really
Yeah,
paying much attention. So maybe
yeah,
they had a quick back and forth, and wasn't playing a lot. Maybe he was injured. Who knows? I don't care.
yeah.
I actually don't care at all. It just looks
It's true
really
career.
funny, because you
Yeah,
see he
yeah,
starts his
yeah.
entire career, then he gets traded to one team, back to the original team, then back to the team he got traded to.
Yeah.
But he's been officially, we'll say technically officially by what Yahoo says, out of LA for like I guess 4 years now. He did 2018
Yeah.
2019
Yeah. The
season
2018.
Detroit. But okay. But yeah, he was hitting some big shots. Who else? Patty Mills was coming in clutch, but yeah, just not quite enough, man. Kyrie was not doing it. Like he had that one game one, that 134 5 point game one, and after that, it was game over.
Yeah. And like I said, congratulations. And so with what was that yesterday, or how many? When did y'all finish? Let's
What's
see.
today for us? Thursday, Friday. I think they ended this on.
Oh, Monday.
Yeah, I was gonna say Monday, but that felt like a while ago, and it felt like a
Right.
recent win.
Right.
But yeah,
Um, but yeah, so for the fact that once that happened, they were like people I was seeing all the memes like I don't want to see KD name, which I felt like we saw this kind of before something happened, but it was like I definitely don't want to see KD's name mixed with LeBron anymore about greatest player. Like it was like you can't.
yeah, exactly,
Where's
man. One
where's the
person made the
evidence?
playoffs and one person didn't. Wait, what? Anyway, yeah, I guess. I mean, bro, Kevin or LeBron's been swept or beat in the first round of the postseason too. I mean, maybe not in the later part of his career, but it's happened. I mean, this time Kevin Durant had Kyrie Irving, and I feel like there's more on Kyrie than Kevin Durant. Even though, yeah, 16 points is not a lot here. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think people are definitely exaggerating because I'm like my man still has like give him some more time. Like what are we only like half of LeBron's years at least maybe. So it's just like
No,
yeah,
I
what
think
he
Kevin's only like 3 or 4 years younger. How old is Kevin?
we at 2007, 15. So you're 15.
He's my age. He's like a little. He's not quite 34 yet. He's 33. And I think LeBron's only like 36. He's not older than
Yeah,
36.
yeah,
Maybe 37.
yeah.
But
Um.
still 4 years.
Well, yeah, no. Okay, so I guess I could see why people kind of
They're definitely in the
um.
same like era. You know,
Oh
Kevin
yeah, yeah.
Durant played in the
Like just
LeBron James era for sure.
yeah, definitely that. Um, but yeah, and it's funny, it was funny to me because it was just like Kevin Durant never, and I felt like he knew he should never say like I'm the greatest player. So it's just there's been some people on that side of the fence where it's just like y'all gave him this, like you and the media for
Mm-hmm.
sure. It was like so it was just like poor him for these memes. That's for the cup his way, um one was that was hilarious though. Where it was like when we won the Olympics not too long ago. Whatever that was like was that but was it yeah technically last year since we didn't really do it in 2020.
I never followed
Um
the Olympics, bro. Basketball
oh,
or
okay.
whatever, especially because it's like it's like we're playing against the G League, rest of the world.
It's like internationals that's cool, but yeah, I feel it.
If we try,
Um
you know, it's game over already. If we try, it's just like that's the bet. Will the U.S. try?
right. But yeah, it was funny line because he was talking to Tatum, I think, or somebody in Boston. It was just like,
Yep.
"Oh, we got it. Like we
Yep.
got you guys or something like that, you know." And it was like, "Yeah, this and isn't it was one of the memes where it's like this goes under the it didn't wait age well memes category. Like, yeah, like don't play that back for him." I was just like, "Yeah, poor Kevin. He's just gonna receive everything." Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I heard it was the first time he'd been swept in a playoff series or the first round of the playoffs. One of those kind of
yeah, I feel like either one can go because
either one. Yeah, because
yeah,
sweeping Kevin
could
Durant
maybe
is kind of crazy. Like
yeah, yeah.
if it would have happened, it would have been maybe on like one of those earlier OKC teams. But even then, it's like who's
Yeah,
sweeping one of those teams though? That's when they had
that's why
everybody.
that's I was kind of like yeah, I was kind of like yeah, I guess they didn't they probably did always win one on
They
with
probably
all
always
three of them
won one.
together.
Honestly, this is
Yeah,
probably the first series he'd been swept.
yeah, I could see that.
But nevertheless, I figured because I kind of realized halfway through that I didn't mention it yet, but I figured now might be a decent time to mention my longer term bet. I realized that my
Yeah,
our video was a little bit late last week, so that the bet was kind of like already like null and void by the time we got it up. But it's fine because Boston is playing Milwaukee. We have home court advantage. So like we were talking off the air, we kind of had to figure this out. I'm gonna put up my same five. I'm gonna put up Boston in 7 against Milwaukee. So if anyone wants to pick against that, first come first serve. Whoever picks against me first in the Discord, you got to pick the exact thing. Like the way I did Boston in 7, you got to say Milwaukee in 6 or Boston in 5 or this or that. So if you pick it right and that means I'm wrong because you can't pick the same thing as me, then you will win my $5. So the first person to do that will be the winner. So everyone get your bets in. This way everyone can have a different bet. And we're going to run this for as long as the series goes. So it'll be at least a week. Tell your friends.
Yes. Yes. The link will be in the description as always.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you got to be a subscriber. Like the comment, like the video, comment somewhere. Comment just to say that you're in the Discord because you got to like tell us in the Discord. Like that's where we want the pick. The pick's got to be in the Discord. It's a Discord based contest.
Yes. Yes.
So with that being said, check out our Discord.
Organization. Yes.
Of course, yes. Link in the description.
Yeah, so we have some kind of organization here.
Yes. So then we have one more game, right?
Yep.
Memphis at Minnesota. So okay, we had. I don't even know who. So who's the favorite? So Memphis was the favorite here. Yep, Memphis by 3. Because I look at Minnesota at home, and you usually think the home team is the favorite, but Memphis, I guess they got a shot. They're the better team. I guess I don't know. I don't really know these rosters well.
Man, I always want to give it to Minnesota, but I was like, I can see y'all just carrying it and just somebody else hoping pick the slack up, and that's how the series been. So
yeah,
it's like I always feel like personally I would give Minnesota like a 2-point favorite at least like every time, but I don't know how these odds work, so I'm not the expert.
Well, Memphis was the favorite. You took them. You took under 233.5. That was a close one, but a little further away, like by 4 points. And then you had Memphis to win, so that was the triple whammy to help give me a little bit of my lead back that you stole last week.
Yeah, and this one I was just like, dang, like John must have had a great game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he had 11 points.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but dang, how can he only lose by 1? Because he had 15 assists, and I was like, that's good, respectable. Like he's having an off night, so why not just keep passing the ball? Partially that, and the fact that Mr. Bain here, he was going off too, like kind of like I say so 2 things, or 3 things I should say. So, Ja was having an off night.
Yep.
And you can even say that's the umbrella. And then part of that was for the fact that he got 2 early fouls. So his coach sat him out a good majority. So then that allowed this Bane guy to come in and just do his thing.
That would be a great little part of the stat sheet. Like, what minutes did the fouls come in? Because that really helps with the detail.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was gonna go back and see because I was thinking about. I was like, how can I do it? And I was like, oh, I know how I could if I go by the play-by-play. But I was just like. By the time I was like, we only got a few minutes before I was going to hit you up. So I was just like, yeah, it is what it is. But I just, thankfully, I was able to hear that, I think, through the highlight. One of the commentators saying that. So I was like, okay, that makes sense why he's not in a lot of these clips.
Yeah.
Minus the fact that he went to score 11. So the fact that, like I said, he saw that he's early fouls and not hitting the shots. So why don't I just give the ball to somebody else who has the hot hands? And Desmond Bain and Dylan Brooks, but unfortunately, they definitely shouldn't have got back in this. This was one of those, the same thing with the Phoenix team where they shouldn't have lost by 3. These Memphis shouldn't have lost by 1 because
you mean the Miami game where they shouldn't have lost by 1?
Yeah. That's
yeah, I thought that's anyway.
Yeah. Like they have end up fouling like Pat with like a minute or less, once getting to the second start, and he's notoriously known for missing free throws. So they were like perfect. Like Ja went down and I think scored a quick nice layup, and then they were able to get the ball back again after playing some defense, I think, and then call a timeout. And they what did I want to say? They missed an easy layup or something like that.
Bro, are these
And
new? These FCG, the forward center guards? Like, I feel like I've never seen these before. Like next to the player names for the starters.
oh yeah, no, yeah, they been having that.
Those always been there.
Yeah,
Why am I just noticing that now? And why are they not there for the bench?
yeah, that's the only part that sucks, right? It's just like why are they not there
It's just
for the?
weird. I don't know
Yeah,
why I
it
never
is.
noticed that before.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I would.
so what does that bring us to, man? So we had I had you at 1-9 for the week. I had myself at 6-4. So neither of us really did great, but like I said, I got a little bit of my lead back at least.
Yeah,
With this postseason though, man, no lead is safe.
definitely not.
That's
It's definitely look more dangerous than. I mean, in which it is more. It has more opportunities to be dangerous and up in the air and stuff like that because unlike the NFL, it's only one game, and we're going to be working with at least four
right. Opportunities,
instead of like
potentials.
opportunities. Yeah, so like you get 1 out of 4 chances at least
Right.
to get the double points, to help each other before we move on
But
to the
because we
next
pick
series.
everything though, it's like it's so hard. Like that's why like with you, man, going up, going down, going up, like we'll see, man.
Yeah, it's definitely provides even higher. It's for sure even higher risk,
Yeah.
like
Oh man.
high reward, high risk
NFL is
kind
gonna
of
be
thing
crazy if
because
we keep the same thing up. But I
oh
think
yeah,
that
definitely, yeah,
yeah. I think it'll actually be much easier, especially with how organized the season is for the NFL. Like
oh yeah, definitely,
go back to recording on Mondays for Tuesday and be good. I'll have a few days to
yep,
edit it. Whew, that'll be nice.
exactly right.
So that was our last
Yeah,
game for the week, right?
yeah,
Yep. And then we kind of already touched on a lot of the way that the series has ended. We were only really waiting on the Memphis Minnesota
yep.
series. Boston Milwaukee's going to start. I already made my pick for that. You got any hot takes? Any picks? Like, what's your take in the Phoenix and Dallas series?
Um, I'll give it to Phoenix
In
and 4-2.
I figure you'd say
Yeah,
six. That's reasonable if you're going to pick Phoenix.
yeah. But if you want to be real specific, as long as they stay healthy, because the
Yeah,
moment
right.
somebody goes back down again, Luke is gonna eat them up.
Hmm.
I
You
don't
know,
know. Maybe,
maybe
maybe
man.
then
Like
it might go to game 7 because maybe
I
Luca
could
could
picture big
be.
man Jay Crowder on Luca. Stopping him up a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I still think even if they lose Chris or Devin again, it'll still go to 6 because like I've been always saying the whole season, like Phoenix has one of the better like overall teams. Like their starters is a nice average bunch. If
Yeah.
when they come all together, they can all get like a nice 15 each. And the bench is just they got enough a little bit on the bench where it's like okay, you can help be like they at least got like a sixth, seventh man, so
Hmm.
and that's all you could ask for just in this league today. Like at least have that. Especially when you might pass that starter out, so
Right.
star player
I
out.
think that this Miami and Philly one is going to be like kind of crazy too. Like who knows? Like I would probably have to give the edge to Miami because they're a little more consistent. But Philly, if they go off again,
Yeah, yeah, is yeah. I think it would be dangerous if Harden can get the if he can get the double double still with assist and
there
like
you
get it
go.
like a
Yeah.
nice 15 to 20
Or a
each
30,
night.
or one of them
Then
thirties that I've seen him do down in Houston so many times.
yeah, so it's interesting. Like I'm feeling like we seen this Harden that's starting to transition into taking a back seat to a degree. Like he's kind of like it seems like he's kind of like taking the Russell route, where it's just like even though it was Russell's position to be a point guard and throw his have assists, but
Yeah.
it's just like he's really playing that point guard role and not a shooting guard role.
Hmm.
So it could help, but is when we can get a number in the assist column is if they make it. So
Right. Right. Right.
it's just like you passing up the opportunity to shoot it and have a higher chance of actually making it versus this player who's definitely lower than you making
Hmm.
it. So he's gonna have to pick his poisons. When the time comes.
It's like a lot of these teams, man. If the shots fall, the shots fall.
Yeah.
We already touched on Boston, Milwaukee, but I think this Golden State one is probably gonna be the easiest one. I think Golden State's gonna probably
Oh yeah,
smack up
yeah,
whoever gets through.
yeah. Smack up, yep. Smack up whoever, because now Steph is for sure warming up in the gym. Like
Yeah,
he,
and they're both
yeah.
good teams too that they could send at him. But I just think that they're like both worse versions of Golden State.
Oh yeah,
You don't have
yeah.
no. I think Minnesota might actually match up a little better with them. Like they're
You think so?
maybe a little
Oh yeah,
maybe a
you
little
said
more
Minnesota. Yeah, yeah,
physical.
yeah. I think I think
Yeah,
so.
I think
Because
Karl Anthony Towns will probably be a little bit
yeah,
more of like because Ja is just like a worse version of Steph Curry. So I can't picture and like they don't have like a Klay Thompson, whereas Minnesota at least has
yeah,
Anthony Edwards.
yep,
So then they just need to find a Jordan Poole counter, and
yeah.
that's when it gets a little too deep.
Yeah. It's so it's gonna be like this. Like it'll be D'Angelo for Jordan Poole.
And
It'll
that's a
be
tall order, bro, for D'Angelo Russell.
oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, and just side note, I seen an article about that where some seemed to me, some unknown analyst on ESPN or something, was like, "Oh, this Jordan Poole guy, that was a bad pick when they drafted him
Hmm.
way some years back." And it's like, look at him now, man, scoring 30, and even with Steph being there or
Right.
without, like look like somebody's coming to fruition, flourishing and stuff. But yeah, so Angelo for him, and then Anthony for Clay, or I should say Steph, right? Yeah, because we'll say Cat for Draymond.
Or whoever, man. It would be that would be their best bet, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna matter either way.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think so because it's veteran experience versus inexperience.
Yeah, that'll be like a 5 game series probably. That'll probably be like the quickest one or the
Yeah, they might do a 4-0 with that one because at
maybe.
least with Denver they
Eh,
had
maybe.
yeah.
They're one of those
Um,
finesse teams, man. When the shots don't fall, you don't know. Like that means they gotta hit their shots for all 4 games.
oh yeah, definitely.
So we only got. I'm opening up the odds screen right now. We got 3 games up here, but we really only got 2. We're only gonna do between the Friday and Sunday game. We kind of already talked about it. We really only have like a predetermined 1-1 because T Mac goes first. And he kind of already told me who he's gonna pick,
Yeah,
or which game he's gonna pick at the very
yeah,
least.
yeah.
But what we're gonna do so that next time we record this, we're gonna just do Discord picks all week. So another reason, get in the Discord, check out our picks. Maybe
Yep.
we'll do a day only kind of run, like because if we do our Discord picks, then there's no video to go with it. So if you're in the Discord, you see it right away. So maybe I'll put a $5 tag on one of our picks if I like it enough. So get in there for an extra contest. Maybe we got the series Milwaukee versus Boston going regardless. So we're gonna do that for the whole time. But get in that Discord because that's where we're gonna have to make the rest of our picks up. So that next time we record, we're gonna shoot for 3 and 3 games apiece.
Yes.
So that means that we each got to pick 2 more after today, and we only got 1 more on the board. So we need 3 more to show up, which we know will, but we just don't know exactly when. So
Yeah, exactly.
we'll be in the Discord. Y'all join us in there.
Yep. But for us right now,
So how
I
you
will
going,
be.
man? What direction you going with?
I am.
It's funny we were just talking about it too. So
Yeah, yeah. I was leaning to because I went to go check back to see if Ja won again today or the
yeah,
other day, and he did. But I was like, I'm gonna go against one and pick him, and I'm thinking Memphis is gonna bring it at 3. It's gonna bring it enough against him and one other person. So I'm taking Minnesota. Oh yeah, that's right. They still the underdogs. So yeah, I'm
Shaw's that good, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because I
Between
don't.
that or
I feel like Memphis is not as deep of a team, but I guess they just have a better top end.
yeah, like the which we'll see at the end of this, all of this, how it plays out if the one guy I was just talking about that scored that took pick up the slack for Ja. It's
Yep.
like it has to be somebody there that's like kind of like on the come up of like maybe I'm the all-star
Mhm.
next in line,
Yep.
and that's why they keep barely giving them the 1.5 because I'm glad they're doing that at least. It's like not like nothing crazy like, oh, give them a 5-point spread, like nah.
Right.
you're out of your mind. Like I've been out of this league for a long time, but I don't. Not what I know. So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I'm gonna take Minnesota for the spread. I'm gonna definitely go over for the 229 this time.
Okay.
I think they're gonna keep doing the high scoring.
If the shots
Yeah,
fall, man.
yeah, shots fall and Minnesota for the win.
Yep. Whew, man, that's a tough one. I think I'm looking at it now too, and it's like I don't really know if I like this one either. I think I might go the same route that I took in the first Brooklyn pick, where, if I remember correctly, it was at Boston, and Brooklyn was a 4.5 favorite. And in that game, I took Brooklyn in the points. So I think in this game, I will take Milwaukee and the points. Because 4.5 is a big number. That means Boston would have to win by 5 or more. Giannis is a really good player. Game 1,
Yeah,
they have not adjusted yet. Game 1 against Brooklyn, if everyone remembers, was ended in potentially the most exciting fashion I've ever seen an NBA game end
yes,
on. Like,
yes,
aside from some like random like Steph Curry half court shot, I mean, that's about
yeah,
the next equivalent with the timer running down and no fouls and this and that.
yeah,
So I guess I'll take that. Now this hard part right here is just 218.5. Ugh,
yeah.
what a number, man. So for Boston to win, once again, man, them shots gonna have to drop. So Giannis is a good defensive player, though. I'll take. I hate rooting for a boring game, but I'm gonna take the under because I really just I don't see
I
it.
feel like,
I don't
uh,
see it.
uh, yep. I was like
Um,
110 each, and it's like,
yeah, it's just big numbers, man. I feel like this could be easily when it was like 92 to 100 to 98, kind of
yeah,
whatever game.
yep, yep,
I despite that 4.5 point take though, I am taking Boston to win the game at home.
right.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be by 5 or more. I think it'll probably be like another 1, 2, 3 point win, and it's another hedge my bet. Like if Giannis comes through and just like blast Boston, then at least I get my my Milwaukee pick technically.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So that's the hedge. That's the
Yep.
hedge.
Um, I thought about it. I was like, the only other one kind of spectacular play like that's way back or throwback is Derek Fisher when it was like I think like point 3, point 4 against San Antonio when he like had to literally just like inbound. They did the inbound. He just catches, just throws the ball. Like he throws the
Mm,
ball at the rim, and it was just like, yeah, it was one of those kind of plays where it's just like you don't see these once in a lifetime like lightning in the bottle kind of plays
right.
like
The most
you can't.
ridiculous play I seen before that was the Ja Morant play, and that wasn't even like to win the game. It wasn't even at the end of the game. It was just like Steven Adams like throwing the ball down half court right before the half. I feel yeah, right before the half. You know that one
Right.
like the little alley oop.
Yeah,
Like
so
that was
yeah,
great.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
great.
yeah,
But for the win, for the 1 point in the playoffs,
yeah,
like in
yeah,
Kyrie's face,
yeah.
like
It's
oh man, like
yeah.
there's that
It's a lot.
that's a
That's a
big
lot
one.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big one. So that's some Leo stuff right there. Like that was some
Oh yeah. Oh
big
yeah.
time.
That was game four Leia for sure.
Yeah, absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
for sure. For all
Oh,
our Smash fans out there, to be specific.
they know. I'm sure
Yeah.
some people know. It's funny, man. I've
Yeah.
mentioned him on like some random subreddits. People know. People know Leo.
Right. Right.
Um, yeah. So I think that's about it. Little bit of a shorter episode. We were able to fill it up with some of the overall postseason picture talk. But yeah, I'm not sure. What else do we got?
Mm, not much. Just look forward to some sort of NFL news for the draft
Right.
next
Yeah, we'll have
next
some more for y'all
next
next week.
episode. And then yeah, just make sure to join the Discord to see what picks we're gonna pick. Once that come out, those games come out,
Mm-hmm.
and we yeah, get to see that and
Try
see
to
who
pick you
gets
against my
the
Boston and Milwaukee pick if you think you're better than
yeah,
me for
yeah.
free.
With can I possibly pass you this week again once again?
um,
Probably around.
let's see if I go 0 and
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
we're doing
I guess you could.
yeah because we're doing 3 times 3 is 9, so I could go 0 and 18 technically, and you could go 18 plus, and I'm only up by 14 and a half.
Okay,
So
so yeah. So if
yeah,
the worst comes worst, then I can pass him
yeah.
up this time.
But if
So
even if like medium comes to medium, you could take another healthy chunk right out of it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
and we're only
Yeah,
in the second round of the postseason.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
So still time. So
So I'm hoping for, man, is one or two more real decisive weeks. Man. I gotta put this home, man. I gotta get
oh yeah,
I gotta get in dagger range, man. That's what I need. I need like one of those 8 point weeks to be the.
yep,
I don't want this coming
yeah,
down to no half game again.
man. Me and my ties. Yeah. Yeah. Be sure, like we said earlier, like, comment, subscribe,
hmm
join Discord, get in the pics,
Share with a
and
friend too, man. Share with a friend. Don't be greedy with that $5 free roll. Share with your friend. Try and
yes,
see if they're smarter than you.
yes,
Cool,
definitely
man.
do that.
Well, I guess that is everything, man. Thank you all as always. We appreciate
Right.
it.
Yeah, this is good.
Cheers, man.